What is up? What's popping? You know it ain't no stopping. I am the International Sensei, and welcome to my channel where things are way too hot to handle. A lot of stuff has been going on in the world for all the boys and girls, but I want to give a quick talk and some tips about anybody who is trying to get into the commentary world of the fighting game community, or just like anybody that's trying to get into like public speaking or just needing to get over like that fear of public speaking and things like that. Well, one of the main things I'm like, if you're trying to get into FGC and you've never even went to an FGC event, it's gonna be tough. I mean, if hopefully if you're in an area like Atlanta, New York, Cali, they are starting to get locals back. So the first thing is obviously support your locals. So gotta rep my squad 404 Esports. Support your locals always. Number two is get involved in speaking in some capacity, whether that's just speaking to people, whether that is going to open mics, like if you write poetry, if you sing, if you rap, whatever. I do poetry, so I've been going to a lot more open mics because it just gives you more comfort. Like you can never be too prepared, you know what I mean? Like whether it's being able to host an event and being in front of a mic and being the central person on the camera and having to interview players and stuff like that, or being on the mic and having to segue. I just did an event where we had to spend like probably 10, 15 minutes segueing sometimes, and filling because like the players just weren't ready for their matches. Um, so really just focusing on becoming a speaker and then become a commentator, if that makes sense. Like I was doing a ton of public speaking. I was doing stuff for different companies and advertisements and speaking at events for people, getting on stage and speaking. I just got on stage and spoke and did an open mic, and it helps. It helps a lot because it helps get you over that fear of talking in front of people. Even though you're just talking in front of a camera, there's sometimes thousands of people watching you, and that could be very nerve wracking, especially if like you're looking at Twitch chat. And that's my number three. Do not ever, when I say ever, I mean ever, look at Twitch chat. If you look at Twitch chat, it is going to mess you up, especially if you are brand new. Okay, my first tournament ever, first major ever that I did was KIT, I think 2017. And the literal first thing that I saw was where's so and so. The second I sat down and they saw my face, the lights popped up and my face was there. Where's so and so? Why is this guy here? So ignore Twitch chat. Play support your locals. Get into other aspects of speaking. So doing like stand up if you tell jokes, or doing open mics, or taking an improv class, or taking an acting class, whatever. And then ignoring Twitch chat, but I'll say the most important one is supporting your locals. You really have to support your locals because that's where a lot of opportunity can come from. I got DreamHack, ABO, the Falcon Stadium event, Console Gaming League, a bunch of other events just here and there, just for the simple fact that I was going to my locals consistently. People saw my face, people liked my voice, and they wanted me to do stuff for them. And that's really like the main part of it. I mean, obviously in life, some people are going to show favoritism to whoever they like the most, and you just want that to be you. And so just focus on being yourself. Of course, you're gonna take bits and pieces from people because that's how you get better. You take some elements from the best, you implement it into yourself to make yourself better. But always stay with yourself. What do you like? What are you about? How do you feel about the situation? It shouldn't be, oh well, Sajam said, oh well, Tasty Steve said, oh well, Sensei said, oh well, Pokechop said, or whoever the commentator is. Like, it can't be what they said. What do you think? What do you say? You say stuff like, well, as a main of this character, I think that this situation works because of this, or because he's doing that, being a fellow whatever main, you can also do this. But I wonder why he's not going for that setup. You know what I mean? You can add layers to your commentary and things like that. But focus in yourself, support your locals, and stay away from that damn Twitch chat. But most importantly, get comfortable with speaking. Because I know I've seen a lot of people that commentate and they aren't comfortable speakers. Like you can have your fillers and things like that, because I do it, because and things like that is a filler, like everyone has their filler. Everyone uses filler at some point. It's hard to get out of the habit of using filler, but just limit how much filler you use, or yeah. Like I was a yeah person. Like every time someone would say something that was casting me, I'm like, yep, yep, oh yeah, yep. Try to get out of that. Like there's a lot of little things, but people honestly nitpick too much at commentators. Like, please come and do it. Like just get in front of a camera, and don't freaking ghetto it up. Like don't ratchet it up. Like actually commentate, know how to do run of show, and know how to keep the flow of a match going. You do that, then start like critiquing and talking about people, because some of y'all really can't even talk in front of a camera like this, let alone talk in front of thousands of people. So it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to just talk in front of people in general. So if you are doing it, keep going, keep pushing, keep driving. And those are just a couple tips from me. I mean, I'm not the biggest name in the world, but I definitely have made a good amount of waves in the commentary space. And I think that it is definitely something that if you have the passion to do, you should go for it with all your capacity. So with that being said, man, I hope you liked a couple of tips. I mean, the numbers was a little out of order, but make sure you support your locals. Make sure you practice speaking, whether that's going to open mic, whether that is doing an improv class, whatever. Make sure that you ignore the damn Twitch chat. Like, ignore it ignore it until you feel more comfortable. Until you feel more comfortable, because eventually it's gonna be people like cheering you on, or they're gonna be asking you questions and stuff like that. And then just stay within you. Be you. Of course, borrow from people like you do. Everyone does it. People borrow combos, people borrow style, people borrow all kinds of stuff from people. So that's okay. But make it you. You know what I mean? Make it you. Because there's stuff that now I say that people have taken. You know what I mean? So I'm fine with that, because I've taken from some of the better guys. I've said tons of stuff that Yipes has said, or that Tasty Steve has said, or that Sage M has said. So you can do that, but make sure you stay within yourself. Be the best you. Keep grinding, keep growing, and keep showing that you have potential to be a caster just like anybody else. That being said, I'm the International Sensei. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and all that. Instagram is international_sensei. Twitter is sensei_global21. And the YouTube is International Sensei YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting a ton of stuff on here every week now. I'm staying consistent. I promise that to myself, and I promise that to you guys. That being said, thank you once again for watching, and see you in the next one.